5-year roadmap for the Mahindra Group across each of your growth engines as well as your growth gems?
Electrify India with our electric vehicles, enhance farm productivity to hopefully address the food inflation problems, have a series of services businesses that we do today to be able to provide very high quality services not only to Indian consumers but to consumers around the world.
A number that you can leave us with to quantify this vision?
Multiples of growth over the next few years.
From a Mahindra Group standpoint, and you operate across different jurisdictions, you operate across different companies and different products as well as services. What will it take for India to truly start to eke out niches in the global market?
Shireen, I would argue that that has started to happen already. But for it to happen consistently and at scale, it starts with ambition. And there, what we are seeing is a vision for a Viksit Bharat that requires manufacturing to grow 16 times in the next 23 years. It requires exports to grow 11 times in the next 23 years. In order to make that happen, we need quality, ease of doing business, and a lower cost of doing business. And there are a number of initiatives that at FICCI we have been working with the government in terms of helping outline what will it take for industry to get there. And in terms of the progress we are seeing, the efforts we are seeing, they're all there. And we are very bullish, if I can represent the industry from a FICCI standpoint, as well as from a Mahindra standpoint, in terms of where we see India today and where it's headed.
Okay, so confident about where we see India today, but those are also fairly audacious targets, growing 16 times, growing 11 times. We just had Sajjan Jindal speak before the two of you, and his point is that as far as Indian manufacturing is concerned, he said we're not even pre-teen. We're still below pre-teen, far distance to go as to adulthood. I want to understand from you, what continue to be the key constraints on the manufacturing side, Anish?
Let me share some facts first, Shireen. If you look at the automotive industry, we are competing with all the global majors in India. Some have exited, some continue to stay, and Indian companies are actually doing extremely well. At Mahindra, we have tripled capacity in the last 4 years, and we still cannot keep up with demand. So I would argue that we are actually in a much better place
Than we were. Yeah.
If you look at the tractor industry, Indian companies make up 80% market share despite all the global companies being in India for the last 20 years. And therefore, there is something that's out there for Indian companies. There's a lot more R&D that's being done. We are developing our vehicles in India.
Yeah.
And we are developing vehicles that, from a quality standpoint, compete with the best in the world.
Yeah.
And I would just say, wait for our electric vehicles.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.